Alright, today we're going to be building Lego Speed Champions Bugatti Centodieci. There's a front, there's a top, there's a bottom, there's a side, nothing on the side, there's a side, and there's a back. I did actually pop that in, but just want to attach this girl here. Well, I think it's a girl. And hold up, I also forgot to show you this. There you go. Yep, that's it. Okay. Oh, yep, see? She's a girl. Alright, so we want to tab that in right there. And we are missing her pants. And she is going to be fixing something. I don't know. Oh, found her. Yep, there we go. And that's how you get a Lego person done. So you want to take this. You want to take this piece. And what do you want to do? It's a pretty easy start. So you want to take this, and you want to take this. You want to tab it in, just like so. What you want to do? Come back here, and you want to tab that in. There, we're done. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We still got so much to do. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and tab this in on both sides, actually. Okay, so now we're gonna take one of this right here. We're gonna take this, and we're gonna take this. See, if they're easy to find, there shouldn't be any problem. But sometimes what happens is there is always like, these Lego pieces everywhere, and you can't figure it out, like where these pieces are at. So it just gets very complicated, Once you know where the pieces are, then it just gets easier. And then you don't have to worry so much about it too. That's a cool thing. And once you know where the pieces are, it gets easier, and then you don't have to deal with anything at all. Like not deal with anything at all, but you don't have to deal with pieces that are missing. So anyway, you want to take this, and then you want to tab this in. You want to take this, you want to tab this in. I think this is how you would want it. Take this, tab this in, take this, and tab this in. So as I'm saying, as long as you know where the pieces are, it just gets easier. Oh, and you also need this too. So yeah, it just gets easier. And then like what to do, and also. But sometimes these pieces, you don't know. And so yeah, sometimes you don't know where these pieces are, so you don't know where you put those pieces. So that's what happens. So all I did was just take this and just tab it in there. Of course, you saw what happened. Anyway, so you want to take this, You're going to tab that in. I had that piece earlier, but it came into my hand. And then you want to take these two pieces. What you do is tab this in and tab this in. And then you want to take this piece right here, tab that in. You just want to tab these in exactly how I'm doing it. Sure, I'll mess up, but at least I'll try to correct it. See, there we go. And then you just want to leave that little dot right there. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully as well. But you also want to be watchful for what I do too. And you also want to leave a little dot there too. So you want to take 3 of these, and then you want to tab this in like so, and this in like so. We're going to take this and tab this in exactly like that. We're going to take this, you want to tab this in like so. Just tab this in exactly like that. And this is what you should have. And then this should be tabbed in all the way. There we go. You want to take these two, you want to tab, oops. You want to take this, you want to tab this in, it's okay. You want to take this, you want to tab that in. And then you want to just tab these in on the outside. I remember when I first started building these, I don't know if I said this or not, I can't remember. But I remember when I started building these, I was so confused of how to build these. But now they're just pretty easy. So this one is gonna need 20 hair. And then this should be curved from here. I mean, you can fix it. To your guys' liking. And then this is going to tab in, or tab in. This is going to stick. Like so. Okay, and then you're going to take this and then you want to tab this in like that. Then you want to take this, you want to tab this in. There we go. And then you want to take this, you want to tab this in. This, and then this, I'm going to tab this in, and then this is going to tab in like that. You should have something like this. Then you want to tab these in like so. You want to take this and this, tab that in, and it should be something like this. And then what you want to do is take this, tab that in, and you want to take this, you want to tab this in, there we go. And that's what you should have. And then you want to take this, and then you want to take this, tab this in, and then you want to tab this in like that. Same thing here. I'm going to take this and tab this in. Now these aren't going to go anywhere. And take this here and tab this in like that. You're going to do this twice. This is just like super easy. Then these will just tab in like that. And then you're going to take this. There we go. Like this. And then you're going to tab it in like this. Already went ahead and done that beforehand. Here and take this. Here and tab that in. And then you're going to take, okay, fine, here you go. Here's your screwdriver. Thanks. No, keep it. Keep it. I will ask for it if I need it, or I'll take it if I need it, if that makes sense, whichever makes sense. And then what you want to do is tab this in. Okay. Same thing here. There we go. Now we're going to bring in number 2. So we're going to take this, you're going to tab this in. Like so. You're just going to tab this in, and if you're so confused what I did, this is what you're doing. You're going to take this, and then you are going to take, actually this is going to receive 16. You're going to tab this in, and then might as well do the same thing for the other 2. You got that done, you're just going to tab that in. So what are you going to do now? is take this, you're going to tab it in, and then you're going to take this and you're going to tab this in, and they want you to do the same thing with the other. Trust me, it just gets easier because, like, listen, they're going to make you do the same thing. You know, it won't matter because they'll be like, hey, you're going to do the same thing here, you know? Might as well do it here now. So anyway, you're going to take this and tab that in, same thing like this. Take this, you're going to tab that in. There you go. And this is what you should have. And take this, you're going to tab this in. And then, actually, we might do this anyway. Then you're going to tab that in, you're going to take vice versa. You're going to take this, tab this in. And tap that in. There we go. And then we're going to tab this in like so. And then we're going to tab this in like so. There we go. And then you're going to take two of these, and these are going to tab in like that. And then you're going to take this, you're going to tab this in like that. You're going to tab this in just like that. Okay. So now you're going to take this. And I just dropped her. Sorry, lady. I never got your name, but sorry, lady. That Lego woman. And you're going to tab this, and that will become the side view mirrors. And then you're going to take this. This is easy, right? Anyway, so you're going to take this, and then you are going to tab this in like that, and tab this in like that. You're going to move that to the side for now. You're going to take this and this, you're going to tab it in like so. You're going to take this and you're going to tab this in. And then there should be one more like that. Okay, found it. And then you're going to take this, you're going to tap this in. Then you're going to tab this in like so. And then this is just going to drop in like this. There we go. You're going to take this. You're going to take this, you're going to tap this in. And then you're going to take this, you're going to tap this in. I know I sound like a broken old record, right? Isn't that fun? And then you're going to take this and tab this in like that. Whee! And you're going to take this, and you're going to tab this in like that. Same as first. And then you're going to take this and you're going to tab that in like that. And tab that in like that. No? Oh, okay. Gotcha. And it's a simple fix then. We still got it fixed. And then we are going to take this, we're going to tab it in. So nothing else is going to tab there, doesn't seem like. And then we're going to take this, tab this in, and tab this in. Okay, so now, oh shoot, okay, we're going to take this and this, you're going to tab this in, and you're going to take the other side, you're going to tab this in, and then you're going to tab this in the middle. And then this is going to tab in like that. And there's two blue pieces that will go inward, just like so. You're going to take this and tab that in, take this, tab that in. And then these are going to go right there, and these are going to go right there. And then you're going to take this you're going to tab this in there, and then you're going to put that to the side for just a moment. And then you're going to take out both 15s. And then what are you going to do is come back here. And then you're going to tab these in. You're going to tab that in. And then what's going to happen is you're going to take this. And then you're going to tab this in here, and you got that complete. You're going to take this, and you're going to take this. You're going to need 11, sticker number 11, and then you are going to tab it there. And then what you're going to do is tab this in, and then we're going to come back to that. And we're going to take this and this, and then we're going to tab this in like so, and in like so. And then you're going to take this, you're going to tab this in, okay, and then you're going to tab this in like that. Then what you're going to do is take this, tab that in, and there we go. Again, there's like a little tab right there, so this is going to tab into that hook. And before we do anything, we're going to take this, we're going to tab that in like so. You're going to take that, this red piece, and tab it in like so. And then we're going to take 2 and 3. Okay, so what you're going to do is take this and you're going to tab this in like so. There we go. Starting to look like something, right? Then we're gonna need 10 and 13. Okay. And there we go. There we go. I got that done. Got almost the back part done. We're gonna take this and we are gonna tap this in, take this and tap that in. And what we're gonna do is take this and we are going to tap this in right there. And we're gonna take this and we are going to tap this in right there. And then we should finish up in a little bit if I can find this piece. Oh, there it is. And then we're going to tap this in. Then you're going to take this. You're going to tap this in like that. And then what we're going to do is take this and tap this in. And now you can hold it however you want. And then you're going to put this to the side for now. You're going to take this and this, tap that in. You're going to take this, tap that in, and you're going to take this and tap that in. You're going to take this and you're going to tap that in. And then I'm guessing that there is one piece. Okay, that piece. This one just goes inward like so. And then you want to put this to a side for now. I'm going to take this and tab this in. I'm going to take this and tab this in. I'm going to take this and tab that in. And this, tab that in. And what you want to do is take this, is then tab this all in together. And then to finish this off, you're going to take this and then tab this in, and take this and tab this in. So then what you want to do, this blue tab is going to come underneath like that. That's actually how that's like holding in, like that's literally just holding this whole piece in for time being. And you're going to take this and tab this in, take this and tap this in. And then you're gonna, this is what you're gonna make. I think it's exactly the same thing too. So you're gonna tab this in, and then you're gonna tab this in. And then what's gonna happen, it's exactly the same thing. So you got that done, and then what you want to do is take this and you're going to tap that in like so. It should just be like that. And then you're going to need two of these, and these look like, these remind me of like weird looking couches. I don't know why. So anyway, you're going to take this. You're going to tap that in, take this, and tap that in. And then you're going to tab that in right there, that in right there, and these are just going to tap in like that. There we go. And then you're going to take two of these and tab these in like so. And then tab these in like that. Just tab these in like that, and this should hold everything in place. And then this would go here. There we go. And then you're going to put that to the side. And what's going to happen is you're going to take this and then you're going to tab that in, take this and tab that in. Same thing here. You're going to tab that in. You're going to tab that in. And then what you're going to do is tab this whole thing in here. Tab this whole thing in there. You're going to take this and you are going to tab that in like so. Same thing here. There we go. Should look like that. Then you're going to need this one piece right here and these two pieces right here. So what's going to happen is these two pieces are going to tab in like that, and then this is going to tab in like that. There we go. And you're going to tab that in, and then this blue thing is going to tab that in. You're going to take this, and you're going to take this, you're going to tab that in. So, and then you're going to take another one of this, tab that in. And you're going to take this, tab that in. And then you're going to take this, tab this in. And that is going to get number 18. And then finally, for this piece right here, we're going to tab that in. And that's pretty much about it from there. But you still got more to go. So that's not it for the build, but that's it for that little piece right there. That's a nice blue seats. I would love to have my cars. I love to have my car to be in blue seats. Anyways, we're going to take this, and then you're going to take this. You're going to tab that in. You're going to take this and tab that in. And then you want to take this, and actually I think it would be easier if I take this out. I think, yeah, so tab this in right there, and then put the steering wheel in. See? It's easier. And then you want to take this and this. You can just, it doesn't matter, you can just tinker them in however you want. And then what are you going to do now is take this and tab that in. Hopefully that goes in. There we go. Ooh, that's a mincy looking. Yeah, that's a mincy looking. Okay, you're going to tab that in. You're going to tab Yeah, so you're basically just taking these. See these like longer sides? Those are supposed to be pointing inward. And the shorter side is supposed to be pointing outward. And then we're going to tap this in. And then you're going to tab. Oh wait. Tab this in as well. And then you're going to put this in like so. And then this is going to go in like that. I have one more Lego build that is coming up as of this point, but not much going on. So we are almost done. This is all there is left to do, minus those parts right there. And I keep dropping that Bugatti lady, this one right here. We're going to take this, and you are going to, wait, hold up. You're going to tab these in, and then okay, so you're going to need this small one. Sorry, I took the big one. And then you're going to tap this in and tap this in. And then you're going to take this, you're going to tap that in. See, that's another thing. You got to be careful what kind of pieces you plug in. Sometimes it can be very confusing. So, anyway, just got to be very careful, you know, where'd you put these Lego pieces, you know. Oops, sorry, I bumped the camera. I really don't notice because I'm not looking at the camera that much. So you just tap that in, like how I had, like there. See, I'll try again. See? So you want to kind of find that middle spot right there. Oh my gosh, this is too much. I'm going to take this, tap that in. Oh, I got the wrong piece. Okay, well, oh well. And we're going to take this, tab this in. One was hiding from me. And we're going to take this, tab that in, take this, tab that in. And then you want to take these little meat clevers, whatever they're called, I don't know, and I don't care, to be honest. I'm just calling them whatever they look like to me, alright? Or these little axes. You're going to take this, you're going to tab this in. And then you're going to take this, you're going to turn it inward. You're going to tab that little hooks in. And then what do you want to do is not throw things. Is just take this, tap this in. And there you go. And then you're going to take this, and tab that in, and take this, tab that in, and then you want to take this, you just want to tab that in as it fits, and there we go. I hope. That's not set well with me. Needs to be in the middle. I'll bring it back. Okay, so now I got it in the middle. I hope. And now we're gonna take this, and these are gonna need stickers. Keep up in the camera. I'm sorry, I know. I just can't tell. And then what you want to do is take this and tab that in. Then you can adjust it however you want. Yeah, so you're just tabbing this in. There we go. You got that part in. We're gonna take this and this. Oh wait. We're going to take this, and you're going to tab that in there, and tab that in there. I know, there's like a lot of complexity. So we want to take this, and you want to tab that in. You want to tab that in, and then take this, tab this in, tab this in. You want to take this, tab that in. We're almost at the home. We're at the home stretch actually, and tab that in. You're gonna take this, tab this in, take this and tab this in, take this, tab this in, and take this, tab this in. Do this, tab that in, and tab that in, and tab that in. And then we're going to tab and the lights in. And this is just the tail light. And we are done with the stickers. This is the last of it. And once we have got that done, what we're going to do is tab this in like so. And then take this and tab this in. Oh wait, sorry. Before we do that, we're going to take this, tab that in, tap that in, and then tap that in. And then we're going to take this. Actually, we're going to take this and we're going to tap that in. And take this, tap that in, and then take this. Wait, hold up. The wrong one. We're gonna take this and tap that in, and tap that in. There we go. And then we finally release the tires wherever they are. And then you just want to tap, and up to camera, I'm pretty sure. You're going to tap these in, tap these in, and these in, and you want to tap them in like so. And tap these in like so. I mean, hey, you can have it as a roaster. That's nice. And then all you gotta do is just tap, and then you can just tap this in, and there you have the Bugatti Centodieci. Then you can. I'm surprised she doesn't have any helmet this time, or any of the. Or she doesn't have any helmet at all. So you can just go ahead and tap her in. Make sure she's comfortable. And tap that in. And there we go. It rolls as it should. And if you want, you can take these out. It can become murder knives. But if you want to keep it in, that's something different. I don't know. You do what you want to do. So that is how you get the Bugatti. I was gonna say Bugatti Divo, but that is. So there you go. That is Lego Bugatti Centodieci. There's one more coming after this, but I'm gonna do that like later on. But anyways.